everybody. Happy Switch 2 release day. I'm slightly jealous of everybody who managed to get one. Time to go back to hunting Marowak for the day. Also, forgive me if I'm a little I spent the last 2 hours napping in my chair. Let me go open up my other blind real fast. I closed it because I was napping. There we go, much better. What happens when you stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning reading comic books on accident? It's just that one more chapter thing, and then it turns into like 6 hours of reading. I did watch Moxie 2D play a bunch of Pokemon this morning, and it looks really good on the Switch too. Not that I knew it wouldn't, because we got the new footage and stuff from Cerebi for it. Alright, let's see if I can't get a purple man. Or lady, I guess, whichever female it ends up being. Maybe I need to go back to sleep, whichever gender it ends up being. Jurassic Park level stuff here. Get an email from the Pokemon company. They're like, pre-orders are live now. You can do this and you'll get a plush of Chikorita, Tepig, or Totodile. I had to stop and think about that one far more than I should have. Like, isn't that the same thing we got with the last Scarlet and Violet release? Was plush? Like the little keychains or something? I digitally order, so I get like Pokeballs and stuff when I do it, but it was the Arceus Sitting Cutie for Legends Arceus. It was I don't remember what it was for Gen 8. I don't remember if they did pre-orders on the Pokemon Center website for Gen 8. They might not have. Forgive me if, like I said, if I'm vaguely sleepy just during the entire stream today. Like I said, I took a nap. I did get to watch most of the state of play from PlayStation yesterday. Nothing there majorly caught my eye, so, you know, no video for it. I've been hoping for Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy VII news. Or heck, even something new with Spyro. I need to sit down eventually and play through the Spyro games. My friend lent me her collection of the first 3. I wish they would re-release the Dragon trilogy. I wish my PlayStation 2 still worked. I'd play Year of the Dragonfly. But alas, it does not, so ain't nothing that can be done about that one. But all those lucky people who got Switch 2s, I'm so jelly. I hope they have fun with them, but dang it, I've been hoping to maybe manage to get one. Because that plan fell through. Because my uncle's a jerk sometimes. We were supposed to go do demo on a new place he bought, pull up floorboards, and because he wanted to put down new floors and stuff, and it ended up not happening because he got impatient or found someone who would do it cheaper. One of the two, I don't remember which. So the money I made that week actually probably would have gone towards a Switch 2. Either being able to afford one soon or being able to afford one completely if I got lucky and could get a pre-order. Ah well. There's other stuff I should be able to do. I really need to replay Mystery Dungeon. I have the NSO Plus, so Mystery Dungeon is one of the games I could play. Just you can't exactly save this when you're shiny hunting unless you're doing trades like I am or soft resets. You can't break your chain! But Scarlet and Violet did look really good on the Switch, according to Sarah B. Joe. The increased frame rate and stuff made new Pokemon Snap look really nice. Hope we get a new Snap game eventually. Pokemon Snap games are literally something that they probably could have done every few generations. Instead of, us getting the first one for Gen 1 and then it taking 20 years to get the second one. I don't play Pokemon Snap enough for as much as I adore it. Haven't gone and watched Austin John's videos for the Switch 2 yet. At least his unboxing one. I don't quite need the safe transfer video yet. Of course, I figure everything will stay on my Switch. I have Violet I can put in to download and play. Or to download the downloads and stuff and play because I have the cartridge for it. And Let's Go Pikachu, I could do the same. Along with Sword. I'd have to repeat all these. I'm gonna have to repeat Let's Go Pikachu anyways for legendaries. So that's no big deal. Our breeze is coming back. We had such a good breeze like all day yesterday and it kind of died last night. But I think it's coming back a little bit. got to make a valiant attempt to find his brush so I can brush him. He has been shedding bad. So much fur clumps just all over from his shedding. So we're gonna see if 601 might be our lucky number today, or any number between 401 and 601 might be my lucky number today. There's a small chance I might not stream Saturday. I might have family coming over. I said either this weekend or next weekend, and it's a coin flip on whether or not they'll be here either this weekend or next weekend, or if they'll come at all. I was in the mood for Pokemon music again, so I didn't want to scroll through my dash on YouTube and find a lo-fi thing that wasn't kind of sleepy and an hour and a half long. I don't need sleepy today. Oh, shiny hunting in this game. I'll be so happy to get you done and over with. I need to do you more, but I don't always have the mental oomph to stream for like 4 or 5 hours a day. By streaming 4 or 5 hours a day, I mean doing a stream in the afternoon and then a stream in the evening. I can do it fairly easy when there's a new game or something out. It's a new game, but I do a lot of reading in the evenings as well. It's another boy. Possibly. I laugh at my dad. He's addicted to the shorts, like the little short stories that they tell through like YouTube shorts and stuff. The price for the app he really liked went up from $40 a month to $80 a month, so he doesn't want to do it $80 a month, but he's still willing to pay $20 a week. Which is still $80 to $100 a month, depending on how many weeks there are in a given month. Nobody looked at me and goes, "Can you get me a card?" Because he sends me into grocery stuff. Put a $20 card so I can have, yes, I'll get you a $20 card so you can have another week. It's his money. He can do whatever he wants with it, but it's funny. You know, kids these days are always on their, it's like, Dad, you're always on your phone. You're on your phone more than I'm on my phone. Of course, I have a computer, but the computer is basically my TV when I'm not doing something else, or sometimes it is my TV when I am doing other things. Sat here and watched movies on it the 2 weeks I took off to finish that dumb blanket for my sister. Dad, I watch movies, I sit here and read, I chat with friends. It's like, yes, this is my all-in-one communication center. I know, Jess. Are you jealous of all the Nintendo Switch 2 people, too? Just a smidge. Of course, I never get game systems on release day anyway, so it's no big deal. But it's watching all the people, it's like, look what I got. It's like, oh, you guys kind of suck. I want to Switch too. Actually, the goal is still maybe possibly to try and get a Switch 2 before ZA comes out. Yeah. Okay, I don't care. Be gay. Be both kinds of gay. Be both kinds of queer. Have fun with your boyfriend. Seriously though, have a good time with your boyfriend on your date. Slay. Everybody needs to slay. We all need to slay a little more, I think. Just be safe in your slaying. Oh, come on, Marowak. Give me a little bit of luck. Let me get this sooner rather than later. So many boys. I very much considered starting the stream like half an hour late because I was gonna eat. Like Sunday also there's a parade. Oh, nice! Sounds like fun. We don't do pride here. I do pride in my heart, but you don't do pride here. We're in the middle of Bible thumper country. The only places more Bible thumpery are like the people out west. No offense to anybody who is any part of the LGBTQ who lives out west. People are messed up. Really, that sounds like fun. I hope you both have a one lovely time, even if it is next week. Whew! Ah, that's neat too. Well, it's Pride here in the U.S., and I know a bunch of places are still doing it. There might be places here in Arkansas that are doing it, but those places are not my place. So, but either way, parades in general are fun. I remember being itty bitty, and I used to go up to Michigan to visit my mom because divorced parents, and for several years they had a 4th of July parade, and it was a lot of fun. I got one of those giant inflatable crayons from one of them once. We had a friend, family friends, you know, like my mom's friend or something. Ah, nice. But we had a family friend who like lived right near the parade route, so we would go spend the day at her house. You know, the kids would all play and parents would visit, and then when the parade came along, we'd just go sit on the sidewalk, more or less. I don't think I counted that one. Got distracted talking about parades. Then we do, well, not we, the town I live in, the town fairly close to us, they do a little homecoming parade on occasion, but that's about it for parades, really. At least around here. They might do big ones at the state capitol or something for like 4th of July and stuff, but we don't go there often, just because it's like 3 hours away. Oh yeah, be careful about spamming emotes. That's not intended for people who do like 6 or 7. That is intended for people who do like 10 lines of emotes in a comment. No, that's fine. It's been long enough. I've forgotten half my own rules either, other than the don't spam, caps lock. And no links. No, you're fine. I need to pop into Nightbot and see if I can't adjust the settings to where it's something like if you do like 20 or more emotes, it gives you a warning. I don't know if you can get that specific with Nightbot, and I need to check. It's been a while since I popped onto it. No, you're fine. Alright. It is a good emote. It is, it is. It's gonna be Team Rocket music. Is Team Rocket music? Yep, Team Rocket music. Ah, Ultra Sun, okay. And Ultra Moon. Well, it was familiar enough, but not like horribly familiar. Makes me want to watch like Pokemon Generations and stuff again. Nice. I have a couple of Pride stickers. I have a couple on my laptop and then a couple on an old tablet. They are a Buy Pride sticker and an Ace Pride sticker. They're both dragon stickers I got off of a Redbubble. I guess I could get stickers for my computer now that I actually own it, to decorate the side of it with. I have to do that next time I go to the store, or poke around and see what I can find I like to order. Well, look at it this way. So long as you can get 2 out of the 3, you're usually pretty golden. Whew. Oh, nice. What shelfa did you find? Oh, you have a Shelfa. Oh, you have a Shelfa Pachirisu. Nice. Thought it said I found a Shelfa. Everybody loves that dude who brings the Pachirisu to the World Championships on occasion. He is very much a fan favorite. Wonder if his Pachirisu will be back this year. Maybe. So what do you think about Legends ZA coming in out in October? A little surprising, wasn't it? I was figuring, you know, the week before Thanksgiving in November like it usually is, but nope. October this year. Go for it. It'll take a bit of time, but you can do it. I at one point in time wanted to hunt a Shelfa Honchcrow, the one that spawns in the Crimson Mirelands. I did hunt me a Shelfa Ursaring though. That took a surprisingly short amount of time. I found it in like 36 resets of the area. No, 36 encounters, because there's the 2 Alpha Ursaring in the Crimson Mirelands. I feel so bad for anybody in Legends Arceus who wants a Shelfa fossil Pokemon. Oh my god. They are such a pain in the butt to get, just in general. This has nothing to do with me taking like 2.5 months to get all 3 fossil Pokemon I needed, I think. I do actually have a Shelfa Rampardos, but I got that in a trade. It's still pretty cool though. I have to try and do some sort of gimmick or something when I replay Legends Arceus before ZA comes out. It'd be kind of fun. Don't know if it'd be a shiny team gimmick or, well, that depends on how much time I'd have to play it before Legend Z came out. Because if I just wanted to do it the week of release, that wouldn't give me a ton of time to get through the game and like shiny hunt. We'll see. That is 4 months into the future. I don't need to look that far ahead quite yet. Why do you have so many Alolan Marowak, dude? I mean, I know why I have so many Cantonian ones, but why do you have so many Alolan ones? So excuse my yawning, I was up to like 2 o'clock this morning reading comic books. You've done it? Nice. Yeah, go evolve your your shop. I don't know, do you really want to evolve him though? Electivire's just kind of a bad shiny. Shiny Electabuzz is kind of generally much better because he's just kind of that red color. You're level 92 right now. You need a, you need an item. Like how you need a protector or a, what is it, a magmarizer or something for, Rhyperior and Magmortar. You need an electrolyzer for Electivire. Oh, nice. Congratulations. But you take it and you use it on it like you would be using a evolution stone. Because they took out the need for trading in Legends Arceus. I'm having to think of this now, Jesus. Hopefully they do that in Legends EA, make it to where you don't need to trade for evolutions. Get a feeling we might not be that lucky though. I know that feeling. I had like 10 or 15 Bidoof when I was doing my last bit of hunting in Obsidian Fieldlands. And then I got like 8 or 9 Wurmple that are all still sitting in my Pokemon home box. Because I haven't traded them out yet. There's so many Bidoof. And the funny thing is, I did actually need Wurmple when I started out. I needed a shiny Dustox and... No, actually I think not a shiny Dustox, a shiny Cascoon. And I think just a shiny Wurmple in general for my shiny decks. I ended up with so many Wurmple when I was doing the hunt for Shiny Mime Jr. Nosepass, nice. Okay, I'm gonna check that Marowak I got before this last one. Oh yeah, that happens. Trust me, that happens. I hit 911, a chain of, actually I was over 911 because I have managed not to break the chain for a long time, but 911 encounters to get my second shiny Cubone so I could evolve it into a Marowak, which is like not quite 3 times over odds, but fairly close to 3 times over odds. Or 2 times over odds? No, that's about 3 times over odds, yeah. Hate it when hunts go over odds. I did that with a female Pyroar in Scarlet or Violet. I don't quite remember which one. Shiny hunting it in an outbreak. I had to reset like 200 something times. I slightly dread having to, when it comes to time to soft reset for the 2 legendary birds I need in Mewtwo. I worry so much that I'm going to be like so over odds when it comes to them, which there's no guarantee I will be, but it's kind of a legitimate concern. There's nothing wrong with having an army of cats. to be fair, you could totally go through Scarlet or Violet and play with an entire team of cats. Literally. So you get Sprigatito. You can get all 3 Meowth forms. You have Shinx. You have Litten. You have Litleo. Esper. You have the legendary cat, whose name I don't know because I get all of them confused with each other. You could technically later get Solgaleo if you count the legendary beast as cats, which Raikou and Entei are more so than Suicune. There's 2 cats you could get. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting a cat in there somewhere. They're multiplying behind your back. It's like chords. And chords canoodling, even though you think you have them all nice and straight and organized. Trust me, every time I have to take apart my setup to like give my desk a really good clean, it's like, why do I do this? Why do I organize these chords? And then, you know, an hour and a half later when I'm putting everything back together, there I am reorganizing all the chords, even though I know it's just going to make me mad the next time I have to take it apart. Excuse me. Do you want a full box of them? I mean, Glameow in and of itself is not the worst shiny. It's pretty decent. It's by far, you know, not the best shiny, but it's not the worst either. There are so many worse shinies. Go for it. Have fun with it. It's your game. I mean, I went through and caught all the Alpha Unknown. That took so long. I didn't need to, but I kind of needed to. That completionist part of my brain kicked in. Eventually it'll kick in major time for like shiny unknown and stuff, and I'm gonna have to go back and like catch all of the unknown shiny. I'll have to do it for the Rotoms and the Squawkabillies, and not so much the Minors because there's only one shiny shared between them, but any of the shinies with a slight difference. I mean, I joke about Legends EA coming out and me having to go get 7 shiny Furfrus so long as we can transfer the trims into Pokemon Home. If we can't, it will just be 1. And I'm sure eventually I'll get a bee in my bonnet about getting all the shiny Vivillon forms. But that's a lot less likely to happen, because they also don't really change between shinies other than body color. If each wing pattern was different, yes, I'd have driven myself crazy trying to get postcards for all the Vivillons through Pokemon Go. That was kind of a neat way to do it, you know, with the postcards in Pokemon Go being from the regions, because they made it to where it was probably annoying but possible to get them all, but it's still kind of annoying because I don't really play Pokemon Go. The last time I downloaded Pokemon Go to my phone was literally because of the Furfrou forms and being able to transfer them into home. And it stayed on my phone until I had to get a new one, and then I just didn't re-download it because my area sucks for Pokemon Go. If I lived somewhere more populated where there were Pokestops all over, then yes, I'd probably have re-downloaded it, but the last thing I got from Pokemon Go that I transferred over were the roaming form Gimmighouls. And I got a handful of those for if, like, friends needed them. I do kind of wish they had given Goldango a different form depending on the Rotom you, the Gimmighoul you caught. Or maybe just made it look a bit different. But that's whatever. A string cheese man. So I still hate that they have Gimmighoul locked behind a specific shiny Gimmighoul locked behind a specific raid. Someone was kind enough to invite me and let me farm their raid a little bit last year, but that still kind of sucks for people. I don't know if that poor person who has had, like, one of their game versions stuck on that raid has ever managed to find a shiny Gimmighoul from it. They said they were like 400 and something raids in, or maybe more, in their hunt, and they hadn't found it, but that was last year, so hopefully they found it by now. Alright, I am most of the way through this box. I can't say box because there are no boxes in this. There are technically boxes, but there are no actual boxes. I am 4 behind. No, I'm 5 behind. Because I go to 501. There we go. Gotta poke Dad later and figure out what we want to do for dinner. The grocery store threw my brain for like the biggest loop out there yesterday. Dad looked at me when he got home and he was like, why don't we do steak tonight? Let's go get steak. Okay. So I went to the store, got steak, and they changed the packaging. Used to be they had their steaks in like the big, on the black foam packages, which are the bigger, wider ones, and they switched it to the little white foam packages, which does not mean the steak is a different size, but it did a very good job of me standing there looking at it for like 3 minutes going, these steaks are smaller. They weren't, but you know, tell that to my dumb brain. They weren't smaller, but good lord. Took me a couple minutes to wrap my head around the packaging. don't know if we're actually gonna get any rain other than that little bit we got this morning. We had like 2 or 3 100% rain chance days coming up, which, you know, doesn't mean that it's gonna rain for 15 minutes, voila, or 100% chance of rain, but it's like, I think we got anything other than a little glob of it this morning. I don't think we have anything coming our way other than possible little globs of it today. I hate it, the humidity's starting to kick in. Take me back to fall, please, or winter, or just early spring, where it was still cool out, but there was no humidity. I don't need your fun fact, I just need to see the radar. No, we're basically clear. I was not paying attention to that Marowak at all. Okay, go play across the road on the tractor. I knew where you were going. Okay, good, it wasn't the shiny. I've done that before, been distracted by something else and been shiny hunting and with egg hatching. And just completely and totally ignored the shiny that hatched because I didn't see it. And didn't realize till I was moving Miltank over into my box to make space for more eggs. Would you I'm not giving you guys $10 a year for ad-free weather. Stop. Gonna start looking for an ad blocker for my phone. Go away. Can't afford $10 a year right now. I could, but I have other things I would spend that $10 on. I don't need to manage my current location. I legit just want to see... Where are you guys getting these numbers? There's nothing around us. See, 100% chance of rain on a phone, on my weather app, and I expect this big old huge glob of rain to be coming our way, and it's just not. Apologize for my weather tangent. They need to bring back in Pokemon games. They need to bring back diving. Like, I know it was only in Gen 3 and Gen... what was it? 5? They need to bring back diving. Actual proper diving, where we can go underwater and, like, encounter Pokemon. So I don't know if I would count diving as diving in Gen 5, because you were on a time limit there. You went into the little temple and got to go so far, and then you got swept out of the temple. I never managed to navigate that temple. I never managed to really get anywhere in that temple. Let's see if I can get this with these last dozen Marowak. I'd die laughing if I somehow managed to get like 3 shinies in a row. I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody in a trade. A trade like this, not so much a like wonder trade or surprise trade or what? Ooh, excuse me, whatever they're calling them now. I've seen in like people's Dynamax adventures where they will get like two or on it that one like rare occasion 3 shinies at a time. I wonder if anybody's ever been doing the NPC trades and managed to get like at least 2 shiny Pokemon in a row. I think I've seen 1 or 2 where they managed to get them fairly close together. Lurk all you want. You're fine. The dumbest dream earlier. Yes, you guys have seen like the brown house spiders, right? They're like the garden spiders. They're not poisonous, but they're the ones that get kind of me big. I had a dream earlier and I was watching one attack my dad's shoe. And that was more or less literally the dream, was just a spider going at my dad's boot. You're the only one talking in stream. I don't always get a lot of big chatters. I do on occasion get a few lurkers though. Which is fine. They're welcome to lurk. I'm not the best chatter when I'm watching streams myself. Unless it's someone I like personally know. Usually Bob pops in to say hi, but he might be busy today. Yeah, there's other people in stream. My thing says I have 4 viewers. They might not be watching on Twitch too, is a possibility. I actually generally seem to get more people from YouTube than I do Twitch. Yeah, then the other 2 people are on YouTube. Yep, they're on YouTube. Yeah, I get more of my viewers from there than I do on Twitch generally. Every once in a while I get 3 or 4 people from Twitch, but generally it's mostly YouTube watchers. And it's not always my ones who like to chit-chat. I have a few who pop in and say hi, and that's about it. They'll say hi and then they'll lurk for the rest of the stream. Moose likes to do that. Huh? That's not too surprising. I mean, you don't always have to have a, you don't always have to actually be uploading things to have an account. I actually do not have a TikTok. Of course, to be fair, I never had a Vine or anything either. Nice, good for them. Do they tell math jokes, or are they helping, or are they providing help with math? Hey, good for the people who can do that stuff and get a ton of followers. who can do that stuff and they're like good people and get a bunch of followers. I'm not much for like the drama people. Providing help and jokes. Yep, sounds about right. I mean, I have 4 or 5 people on YouTube that I like to follow. Quincy's Tavern being one. And then, what's his name? Useless Farmer, I think? The Viking dude with the, like, really pretty blue eyes. I follow him for his shorts. Quincy as well. There's another dude I don't follow, but he does the generation skits where he's, like, dresses up as each generation and it's more or less literally just all him. And then he does the god ones, too. Yeah, I'll trade you a non-existent Marowak. Alright, that is my next batch of 100. One more batch of 100 to go. I'm gonna check these last few just to make sure, because I've been chatting and looking at the screen, I didn't miss something. Alright, no shiny in that batch. You have a giant shiny Suedo Oak. So I like the Sad Nuggy account, which is exactly what it sounds like. They're sad chicken nugget plushes. They're fun. Not so much their YouTube one. They have a TikTok where they like promote their stuff and kind of show you the goings on. They're fun. Eventually I'm gonna have to order a Sad Nuggy. They have a bunch of like different costumes and stuff. There's regular Sad Nuggies, which are just the chicken nuggets. And then they have ones they dress up as chickens, they have ones dressed up as cows, they have dinosaurs, unicorns, sharks, reindeer, capybaras, foxes, bees. What else do they have? I know I'm forgetting a couple. They did a holiday one that was Grim Reapers. Oh, I think they did bunnies. I think they have bunny nuggies. They do not have a pumpkin nuggie. Also, good luck resetting your outbreaks. But they're really cute, and like I said, I would like to get one for me eventually, and then one possibly for Mama Blue. I still feel like I'm forgetting a couple of the ones they have, but they have a nice enough variety that, you know, if I'm forgetting one, I'm just not remembering what it is. And of course, they've implied that now that they have like a bigger space they've moved into, that they will probably be getting more varieties of like the costume ones. It's so funny though, because they have one, they call it the business nuggie, and it is a nuggie in a suit. I've come to the conclusion, though, that if I get one, I'm gonna have to get a cow nuggie. I would show you pictures, but I don't have any of them. I don't have any saved. I sent a few pictures to a friend once, but they were literally just screen captures. So they were just copy and paste. I didn't save any of them. Sword and Shield music. I had a laugh at one of the Pokemon leaks channels. Because I follow Ruffled Rowlet. I don't watch his videos often. But there's one or two more of them that pop up in my feed because, you know, I follow Ruffled Rowlet. And it's so funny because one of the things is new Legends EA trailer coming this month, and it's like, no, Legends EA trailer coming next month. Unless they take pity on us and give us a surprise trailer, which is always possible, but it doesn't seem likely now that they have one announced. Maybe I'm gonna go play other Pokemon games. Oh, nice! Congratulations. Surprisingly enough, I think I managed one shiny Eevee in Legends Arceus, maybe two? And mine was in the Obsidian Filled Lands. And then, of course, before I could hunt for any others, they fixed the thing where you could reset the outbreaks just by turning your game off and on again. And I never much cared for having to do permutations. Like, I could do them, yes, but I used them for... I want to say mostly for, I think, a shiny, Hisuian Arcanine. And I think I tried with Oshawott and Duwat, maybe, but that didn't work as well, because Oshawott don't lock onto you when you aggro them. Actually, I ended up trading for my Oshawott for a Hisuian Samurott. If you sound like me, I did a ton of resetting trying to get Shiny Mime Jr. in Legends Arceus. It was easier than trying to breed for one in, like, Sword and Shield. I had a friend sitting in chat with me one evening laughing at me when I was like, okay, I should literally be to any outbreak range now in Shiny Oz. I found so many of these dudes. And she was just laughing. And then about 15 minutes later, I found one. To go and do a Shelfa hunt for something again eventually. I feel a smidge bad. I got my shiny Alpha Ursa ring in like 45 minutes. You know, I was expecting at least it'd take maybe two-ish days, maybe 3. Just depending on how many times I could reset the Myrlands. I have to figure out something else to go shiny hunt for. One of the set spawns, maybe. They have a few alpha shinies. Alpha Lapunny was my first Shalfa. And then I have like a Driftblim, a Driftbloom, a Piloswine. I have the shiny Alpha Rampardos, which I got in a trade. And I want to say I might have an unknown or two. Just from generally resetting so much for trying to hunt all the alpha unknowns. Oh, I have a Shalfa Steelix as well. Because I got it before I got a second shiny Onyx. As well as 2 Shalfa Golem. And I want to say a Shalfa Graveler, but don't quote me on that because I spent so much time in the Crimson Myrlands waiting on space-time distortions so I could hunt for the alpha fossils. Might have to do a hunt for shiny alpha Rapidash or something. Or maybe one of the starter Shalfas. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see when I get to it after I'm through shiny hunting in this, and depending on how close Legend ZA is to release. I do hope they bring Outbreaks back for ZA. It would be not unreasonable, I guess, if they didn't, but it would be a little weird because they've had them in both Legends Arceus and in Scarlet and Violet, so they seem like something that might kind of be hanging around. But imagine if we're going to be in Lumio City, if we get Outbreaks, it probably won't be a ton of Outbreaks. I think it'll depend on how they do the map. If they break it up like they did in Legends Arceus, or if it's all open world like Scarlet and Violet are. I kind of hope they break it up like they did in Legends Arceus, just for ease of optimizing. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think we've gotten a yay or nay yet as to whether or not ZA will be completely open world or semi-open world. I still think Scarlet and Violet should have been semi-open world as well. And then they could have made Gen 10 the first completely open world game. Give themselves another game to play with, having the big, huge areas. And then just having loading time between the areas. You know, you hit the edge of the map and 15 seconds later you're in the next space. Think about how much bigger they could have made Paldea if they'd done that. They could have made it so much bigger. Paldea is weird because it feels huge but tiny. I think most of that has to do with the fact that you can, like, if you get up high enough, you can see more or less all the way across the map. Did my music stop? Excuse me. I hate it when they do that. Just a second. Let me... For whatever reason, when they hit the end of a playlist and you have it on shuffle and it just completely stops all the music. I don't want to repeat one, I want to repeat all. I hope that looped it. There we go. It does that with like my downloaded walk, chore, clean time music. I have like a good probably 5 or 6 hours worth of music, but on occasion if you stick it on shuffle, it'll hit that last song on your playlist and it's like, oh, there's no more music after this. It's like, yes there is. Like, you very much by far have not gone through all my music. I have to go through and scroll up to another random one and remember to hit repeat so it reshuffles. Come on, game, let something between 525 and 601 be my shiny. Trade hunting is not my favorite way of hunting. I get a feeling doing the soft resets will be a test on my patience as well. But that's okay. I could always be more patient. Also, I thought it would have been funny, and I know they didn't, but it would have been hilarious if in the Switch 2 update for like Scarlet and Violet they'd snuck the shiny noise back in. Which I knew they wouldn't, because they'd probably get a ton of backlash for not doing the same thing in regular Scarlet and Violet, but it would have been kind of funny. Also, was anyone else expecting the Porygon 2 raid this week? I was not. I probably should have been, because Switch 2, Porygon 2, haha. But that was a bit of a surprise. Also, them just doing the Porygon and Porygon 2 outbreaks. Because a small part of my brain is like, but what about Porygon Z? Oh my god. Nintendo, name your next Switch console the Switch Z console, please, just for the fun of it. Actually, I kind of need a mock-up of that, just a Nintendo Switch done up in like Porygon colors. Maybe think of the like Pokemon face skins that were popular or semi-popular for a while, where it was just like you could get a skin for your phone and it was just the entire back of it would be one color, and then like in the center there would be a little drawing of the Pokemon's face. Excuse me. I feel like that was an iPod thing. It probably wasn't, but I remember it being a thing. I just don't remember when exactly it was a thing. I have 30 years of Pokemon things rattling around in my brain. I wonder if there's no room for anything else. Hopefully when we get our Pokemon Presents next month and we get our new Legends ZA trailer, we will get info about whether or not we will be getting Colosseum forms. I hope we will. I hope that the entirety of anything new excuse me, is not locked down to just new Mega Pokemon. But if they wanted to give us 4 different, maybe Colosseum Pokemon lines, kind of like they did in Legends Arceus, I wouldn't complain. Or if they didn't want to do a bunch of Colosseum ones, do a couple of Colosseum lines and then give us 1 or 2 convergent species. That would be nice, because I don't want all of the new to be caught up in Mega Pokemon. I don't use Mega Pokemon. I barely used Mega Pokemon in X and Y. Like, I think I used Mega Pokemon more in random Pokemon battles just because I wanted to see, like, the animations and stuff than I did against, like, actual gym leaders in the Elite Four. I might have used a Mega against Champion Cynthia. I watched Jaden Animations Gen 4 Nuzlocke last night against Champion Diantha. So Cynthia's been rattling around in my head. Like, but yeah, Megas was just, I'm not a huge gimmick user in general, unless it's something I legit need to use it for, like in the raids. Like, I used Dynamax in terrestrializing Pokemon more than I did any of the others, but I also, raids is something I tended to do more of. You know, because me and my friends, we always do the 7-star raids. And you got kind of necessary to terrestrialize for those, and kind of the same for Gigantamaxing. But I am happy for the people who are excited about Megas. I had a friend who was mad that she couldn't use like every Mega she wanted on different teams, because with the 3DS games you couldn't have multiple save files. And the teller's like, honey, they're gonna bring it back eventually. Eventually we're gonna get either a new Pokemon game with Megas in it, or a Gen 6 remake. She was very happy to see Megas returning. Bless her. She wanted it when she was talking about it. She's like, I want to use Mega Ampharos and stuff in a team. And it's like, okay, start a new game and use Mega Ampharos, but I don't want to delete my old game. It's like you're gonna have to either suck it up or start playing a whole lot of ROM hacks, or just ROMs in general. Honey, download you an emulator. But you wanted to be able to put them in Pokemon Home, and it's like, I can't help you there, baby. Like that I cannot. It's like, I can offer to trade. This was back when the Wi-Fi and stuff still worked for trading with the 3DSs. It's like, most I can offer is for you to trade them over to me, then me trade them back over to you. But it's like, that's about all I can do. She was salty. She was so salty about the changing gimmicks in every generation. It's like, honey, they're not going to keep one for more than 2 generations, probably. Of course, with Champions coming out, that's not going to matter if they're going to tie in every generation. Hi, Sluggard. No, you're fine. Lovely to see you again. It has been a while. You're fine. You can pop in and say hi, or you can not pop in and say hi. You can pop in and linger and not say a thing for all I care. You're always welcome. But it is good to see you again. I feel bad I never get back on those realms, but playing in the other Minecraft edition gives me a headache. Also, I don't have it downloaded anymore. And it's always a big pain in the butt to get it re-downloaded. Plus I go through spells with Minecraft. I won't touch it for a year or so, and then I'm playing it for like the next 8 months. Also, my friends might kind of have me spoiled on modded Minecraft. Hi, Bob. I was wondering if you'd pop in today. And lovely to see you as always. You haven't managed to injure yourself again in the last 48 hours, have you? No more broken bones? No more animals with broken bones? Come on, dude. I'm not near as far in as I was for the second shiny Alolan Rattata, but come on, dude. Give me my shiny fire dancer, please. It was right of her to do so. You're like my friend Mama Blue. I'm always threatening to put her in a bubble. I'll get a message, guess who's sick again? It's like, I'm gonna get a bubble and put you in it. Now, I understood what you meant. Of course, to be fair, she broke a toe once by wrapping it around a Joy-Con on a PlayStation 2 controller. Well, generally modded Minecraft is more fun if you're playing with a group, just like regular Minecraft. Generally, like when I play Pixelmon, I don't generally do solo worlds. I go find a server to play on and have a grand old time doing so. But also my friends are always nice enough to put farming mods in for me that give me like a bazillion in one crops, because they know I like making big farms. So you give me stuff to make a big farm and I'm going to hang around on a server long enough to at least make a stupidly big farm. And then they kind of drag me into other things. They'll stick in side realms and dungeon mods for, you know, you to go through and defeat and stuff like that. Yeah, college will do that to you. I have plenty of friends who are still doing the college grind. Bless them. Things will straighten back out, but you gotta do your time or don't do your time. I never did time, but I couldn't afford college. Kids, go to college, get a good job. Hopefully. I hope you all manage to get a good job. Yeah, things will work back out. I do that with friends too. It seems like, oh, we haven't played a thing in months, and then we'll get a few weeks where they're free to play games and stuff. She's 3 steps away from wrapping you in cotton and just baby-proofing your house there, Bob. Ooh. Oh yeah, lots of studying to do. You're good though, you got this. I remember end of the year exams, they sucked. Imagine they suck no matter where you are in the world. But no, hopefully you'll get some playtime after your guys' exams and stuff are over. Oh, come on, dude. He is not going to be a quick shiny, is he? I'm glad I'm out of high school. Well, kind of. There's a part of me that misses the socializing, but I don't miss, like, the teachers and the grades and the homework I always did the next day during study period. Yeah. I do miss the socializing, though. That was the one plus to high school. And, the teachers you like and stuff. That's always another plus. Oh, good luck. I am so slightly jealous of everybody who has managed to get a Switch 2 today. I'm still hoping I can maybe manage one by the time Legend ZA comes out, but I'll just have to wait and see. It depends on how work goes. And how much of it I can get between now and, what is it, October 16th? October 18th? One of the two? But I watched a couple of YouTubers play some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on it, and it looks really good. Cerebeat Joe said that Pokemon Snap, the increased frame rate makes it look better. It's so funny though, because everybody's playing it and they're like, I can't go back to my Switch now. And it's like, you're gonna have to go back to that Switch eventually for something. But yeah, it was funny because I was in Walmart the other day and they had a bunch of all the space and stuff cleared out in the cabinets and whatnot for the Switch 2 stuff. I was sitting there, it's like, if only I had the money. The extra money. What money I have now goes towards bills and whatnot. But also, if you get caught and your sister, like, just locks you in the room for the rest of eternity, why not ask and see if she will just take you to go get a Switch 2 tomorrow? Assuming she drives. I can't say whether or not she does. I think you said your sister drives? Yeah, she drives. She had to take you to the doctor. You poor dude. One thing I will say I have been lucky enough to avoid for the most part that I know of is broken bones. I have probably broken a toe before, and I think at one point a year or two ago I put a crack in my middle finger in the knuckle. But I don't think I've outright broken anything, just like completely. But yeah, try and stay on her good side and request if and see if maybe she will take you to get a Switch too. She might be far less angry than you sneaking out while you're injured. Oh yeah, go study and then go to bed, dude. So you're always welcome back. Alright, congratulations, Bob. See? She does seem like a reasonable adult. Hopefully you'll manage to get one. I don't know how fast they're selling out over there. Like, if I had the money to go get one today, to go to, like, the next town over, any of the next town overs that have Walmarts or GameStops or anything that sell the Switch 2s, there's a slim chance I could get one. Not necessarily like a guarantee, but there's a small chance I could maybe get one today if I had the money for it, but I don't. Damn my uncle. And him being in such a rush, he hired other people to do things I was gonna do. Well, me and Dad, he was gonna have me help him pull up floorboards and stuff. Oh, nice. Birthday parties can be fun. I had a acquaintance in a Discord server. They're like, I got a Switch 2 last night. It's like, hey, congratulations, I'm jealous. They're like, I am too. This is for a friend's mom. I guess she gave him the money to go buy it for her. I'm gonna assume maybe she was busy or working or something. And she's like, it's not for me. I got a new Pro controller though. It's like, oh, you poor thing. You went and got a Switch 2 and it's not even yours. But I look at it this way, while I hope to get one before Legend Z8 comes out, it will not be necessary until November of next year, when Gen 10 comes out. Because it is very likely that Legend Z8 will be the only game that is released on both systems. Ooh, Home Alone's a good movie. It's also a fun movie. No, go watch Home Alone with your sister. Go enjoy yourself. And I will be slightly jealous of you going to get a Switch 2 tomorrow. Will you be getting Mario Kart for it? Or are you just gonna play the Switch games you have already? Oh, at the birthday party. Oh, okay. But yeah, Home Alone's a good movie either way. Home Alone 2's fun too. The ones after are kind of meh. I enjoyed number 3 and I want to say number 4 I think was fairly enjoyable, but nothing compares to the first 2. Macaulay Culkin did such a good job in those movies. My dudes, don't one of you want to be purple? Or a different shade of... I still cannot tell if they are purple or black. I think they're black. But every once in a while the light hits them and it's like, am I sure they're not purple? Bye, Bob. I will see you later. Metaphorically speaking. Hope you have a good evening. Go enjoy your movie. I'm gonna need more water. Alright, about 31 of these guys left before I call it a day. Come on, Ginmar. Aren't you tired of trading yet? No, you bought countless Alolan Marowak to Kanto, so probably not. Small personal theory being that the people who trade you all the Alolan Pokemon are black market Pokemon traders. Of course, at this rate, I'm probably a black market Pokemon trader with how many Pokemon I have traded to this dude. We're decimating ecosystems up in this region. The one downside to the chain method in this game, it's like, I am destroying this ecosystem having to catch 600 birds. The bird population, or the bug population here will be out of control. I feel like we need a little series of like Pokemon shorts that touch on just the general Pokemon world, kind of like how we got the one about the Dragonite mail carrier and stuff. Need one about just covering poachers who just go into an area and wipe out the population of a Pokemon, and then we get to watch the Pokemon Rangers or some equivalent task force take them down. I can remember how much I hated Pokemon Hunter J in the anime. She was kind of cool, but also she was poaching Pokemon. Also, why is she turning these Pokemon into stone? I'm going to assume it's so whoever she's taking them to can, like, catch them in a Pokeball, but she stole a dude's Gardevoir? That's not how this works. Also, dude, who did you make mad enough that they wanted to come steal your Gardevoir? Maybe you just had a really bad breakup. No, I want to see that actually. Pokemon Court, where the judge is deciding which trainer gets the Pokemon in a divorce. And I'm not saying like Pokemon they started out with when they were just dating, like Pokemon they captured and has bonded with both of them. Who gets custody of the family Growlithe? Pokemon Judge Judy edition. Or maybe Judge Judy Pokemon edition. No, Phoenix Wright Pokemon edition, if you want to stick with game themes. Actually, that could probably kind of hilarious. Actually, I kind of want that now, just to see all the petty squabbles. My neighbor's Vaporeon won't stop swimming in my pool. Karens in the Pokemon world have got to be horrible. Some lady angry for your Pokemon that floats in the air, just existing and floating through the air of the neighborhood during the day. Thinks your Magnemite is spying on her when he's just, I don't know, making rounds, getting... Okay, that probably wasn't the best one, because I was about to say he's just exercising, but I don't know how that would work for a Magnemite. Another neighbor angry that the Muna gets attracted, that their neighbor's Muna gets attracted to their kids' good dreams or something. That'd be kind of funny. I mean, that's the kind of thing I think you would want to see a small group of people like roleplay. Pokemon plush or little figure or something included as a stand-in for the Pokemon. That'd be kind of hilarious if I knew anything about about the law. I would be almost tempted, but I don't know if I want to do that much research. Neighbor angry that their neighbor's Jigglypuff sings lullabies and puts their children to sleep. That stuff's gonna be rattling around in my brain just all afternoon now. A bunch of dumb ideas for things neighbors would be mad at each other with over their Pokemon. Or, you know, the Pokemon that get along perfectly fine with each other's, but their trainers hate each other's guts, and they're the next door neighbor rivalry taken just up to 1,000. Come on, dude. We're not finished yet. I think I'm actually ahead of numbers in this one. Fine. I'll figure it out here in a second. Also, excuse me, my throat wants to be very gunky today. Maybe 86, 87, 88, 89, 89. Oh no, I'm actually perfectly on where I need to be. I've actually managed to keep up with the count this time. Usually when I'm at this point, I'm like maybe 2 or 3 behind, maybe 1 or 2 ahead. Because sometimes I double count or I hit my counter increaser and it does not increase. Alright, let's see if I can get lucky with any one of these last 16 Marowak here. Yes, we're gonna trade again. And if none of these are successful, we will be trading tomorrow as well. And if none of those are successful and we don't have family over Saturday, I'll be doing this Saturday too. And possibly next Monday, depending on if I can help Dad at work or not. So I think I clean next week. No, that's next Saturday I clean. Not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday I clean. Is it next Saturday? I want to say it is. I'm gonna have to double check that. Confusing myself over my work schedule here. Uh-oh. Gotta be Omega Ruby music. Team Aqua? Oh no, Mystery Dungeons. It sounds a little bit like it has the Aqua Magma music from the Pokemon short. The dun 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 when like Kyogre comes out of the water and stuff. Of course, this might be a battle theme from... What is this for? Palkia. Okay. So legendary Pokemon, just not the legendary Pokemon I thought it was for. Might have to take 2 weeks before I dumb down my Nintendo Online again and get and play Mystery Dungeon. At least through the main story. The Mystery Dungeon games were so good, they were technically almost kind of endless. I mean, you never really ran out of missions because, you know, they randomized. And you had enough Pokemon that if you wanted to take or wanted to get a Pokemon member on your team, you know, one of like every Pokemon at least, that it would take you a good while. So I do think that, which one is the second Mystery Dungeon games? The one where you join Wigglytuff's guild. I think you could technically do a like final dungeon with that, and that was the 99 floor one, I think, where you could find like Mew. I think you got an end credit scene or something for doing that, but I only ever did that once. Don't I have that game? Did I steal that one from Mama Blue? That's not the... That is the game case. That is not the game case I need. Yes, actually I do have that one. I might have to stick that in my DS and play it. I do wish I had a capture card for my 2DS. I know I could get an emulator and play it as well, but I want to go through the trouble of getting an emulator and downloading one and getting the games and taking 15 minutes to figure out how to remember how the frick you do these games. You know, the last Pokemon game I emulated was Pokemon Yellow because my copy no longer saves. The battery in it is dead. Let's see if there's probably a bigger town thing, and see if there would be a game store there that would do the repairs, would put a new battery in. Or one of the ones you could maybe send it to and they would replace the batteries. I've poked around one of the websites that sells like the retro games and the retro systems and stuff. They're neat. I considered getting a game or two once a few months ago, but ended up not doing it. I was back at the point where it was like, okay, I should be coming into money soon, but I do still need this for real money. During the winter slowdown at work. Alright, here goes another one. Bye, Marowak. I'll see you in... Oh, unless I get a shiny, I'll see you tomorrow. That would be hilarious. Let this take 601 trades for me to get a shiny. Well, that sure wasn't a shiny, was it? Alright. What is this? 3 to go? 3 to go. Of course, I can't complain. I think odds for shiny, my shiny odds right now are 1 in 1,300? Because the shiny charm does work on trades in this, if I'm not mistaken. I'll probably have to double check that, but I think my shiny odds right now are like 1 in 1,300 or so. Well, he wasn't it either. Alright, one more. Fellers, I need one of you to be a nice kind of... Well, he's not exactly a vibrant purple, but he is a nice kind of darker shade of purple. Say vibrant purple, I'm thinking of like lavender. The lighter shades. His shade of purple is very much one I think you would paint a bedroom if you were going for a dark academia look. Aw. Well, maybe I'll get him tomorrow. I'll be up to 801 by then. Hopefully not. Alright. That's 200 traded today, so that'll be it. I will see you guys tomorrow, provided nothing steamrolls my life and I can't stream. Actually, even if that happened, I might stream. There's a chance I would stream tomorrow night, but either way. Thank you guys for showing up and hanging out with me. I always appreciate it. You're welcome to come back next time I stream. I hope the rest of your day goes well. Bye-bye.